Hey lads, really fun video today. One of you subscribers play me in the video. Their name is Craddock. Hopefully I'm saying that right. But call him on Discord here and we play 2 rapid games. He's around about 700 elo. So you can see sort of maybe how he's thinking and how I'm thinking in the game. Both games are pretty wild. The second game, there are 3 brilliant moves, which is pretty cool. I accidentally recorded something slightly wrong, so the timing is not showing on game 1, but on game 2, the timing will show. So apologies about that, but let's jump into our conversation with Nick. How you doing?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
Doing well. How's your chess game been?
Well, it's better than it's ever been, but I wouldn't exactly call it good. So
okay, no worries, no worries. How long have you been watching the channel for?
Just over a year.
Wow.
Yeah. When I started watching on YouTube, I think you had like 400 or 500 and some subscribers.
Wow, you're one of the original gangsters. Yeah, was I in England when you started watching, or?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
I was. Okay.
And you were pushing to 1500.
Pushing to 1500.
When I started the series. So yeah, you came a long way, huh?
Yeah, that's crazy.
I was pushing to 400 at the time.
Hey. Well,
I started playing in January of last year.
Okay.
And then I took a long break, like maybe 4 or 5 months.
Okay.
And then jumped back in about 6 months ago. So cumulative, probably a little over a year of play. So I'm still new, but much of the stuff I've actually learned off of your channel.
Okay.
And various other YouTubers and stuff. So
okay, well, how about we do this game a little different? We can remain on the voice call, and then I'll just talk smack the entire time to you.
Okay. That sounds fun.
And I can maybe voice what I'm like thinking as I play. Could be kind of I don't know if that's helpful or anything. I don't know, but yeah, sounds good to me. Okay, cool. All right, let me send you a challenge then. Okay, sending the challenge. You getting that?
Got it.
Okay. All right, I got the black pieces. We're gonna see what you play. If you play the Jabava against me, I don't know how I'm gonna feel.
I wouldn't be that foolish. I think you probably know that one better than any other opening, right?
Probably, yeah. But I don't face it a whole ton. Okay, King's Pawn. Let's play some I need to take you out of all my theory. Let's play some E5.
E5.
Okay. We go for a Bush Gas Gambit. Uh-oh. This is wild.
I don't know the Bush. I don't know. You've played it before on your channel, I'm sure, but I don't know it.
So basically I'm developing the bishop, but I'm giving you a pawn, but you don't have to take it. It is a free pawn because it's not defended, but there's always risk in taking pawns if you don't develop properly. So you could take it, or you could.
If I was playing this like just a random person off the internet who didn't just tell me everything you just said, then I would take the pawn.
Take the pawn.
Yeah, I'll take, because in my brain I'm thinking I can always pull the knight back. It's fine.
That's right. Yeah.
So yeah, pull the knight back.
Okay, nice. All right. So I've got 2 pieces in the center. You've got 1. You're up a pawn, but I have the extra piece, so I'm going to attack in the center of the board. Hit E4, and we'll see what happens here.
So here's my introspective of a 700 level player. I'm thinking, why do I not take that? Because I don't see any reason not to. Like, yeah, you'll take it back with the queen or maybe something else, but in my mind, that's a free pawn.
Okay, well, it's not a free pawn; it's an exchange of pawns.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe, I mean, you can always remember to take is a mistake. So you might be in big trouble here, man.
So there's a trick here I don't know. But
No.
Okay.
I mean, what you could have done is you could have just defended your pawn. And then if I took, then you would have another piece in the center. If that makes sense, you'd have 2 pieces developed and I would only have 2 myself because my queen wouldn't have captured. But because you let me capture, now I have 3 pieces in the center and you only have 1. But having a queen in the center is not necessarily the greatest thing because you can
So that's
tempo.
what I was thinking too. Like you have to move it again. So that's a tempo at least for an exchange.
That's right.
So maybe it's okay.
Yeah.
Unless
there might be some
I mean,
tricks
there's
here.
checks here and stuff, but
The checks might be utterly foolish of me if I take your pawn on f2, which is what I'm thinking about. So if I capture, you recapture, queen c5 check, you can play d4, and I'm not seeing any continuation after that. But if I don't check you, I need to move my queen. So now I'm thinking, where do I move my queen? The best square looks like e6 because that's a check. And I'm going to go with that, although it does block my bishop in, which I'm not happy about. So we'll see what we can do here.
I feel like I've definitely played against another like 600 level player at this exact setup here.
Okay.
Because they bring out their queens really early, like almost always.
Yeah. Okay, so he's blocked the bishop. Your queen's stuck. Can I smother your queen somehow? Don't think so. I would have to get a knight on c3 or e3. Not looking great for me, but we're going to just continue development.
Okay.
Getting more pieces into the game.
So I actually learned something today that I never considered before, was castling too early. It was something I was actually studying off a YouTube video early, and now feels like a good time to castle, but I see both bishops and the queen pointed that way, so
He's a man
I'm
of
thinking,
caution.
do I need to develop? Yeah. But I don't want to leave it in the center, so let's develop.
Okay, he's making room for the bishop. How do I feel about that? I don't know. This whole thing is, I don't know. But I do like this move, which I'm not going to voice because then you'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you're being very generous already.
Okay, this looks very interesting. Knight g4. I don't know what's going on with it, but it looks interesting.
So I don't see the threat yet, so I'm just going to kick the knight, or try to.
Oh, that looks like the first
of
blunders.
Yeah, the bishop's there. Yeah.
So the bishop's eyeing f2, the knight's eyeing f2, and I can take with the knight, hitting the rook and queen, or I can check. If I check, let's say king d2, then I have another check with queen h6, and that is going to be a checkmate.
Already?
So bishop takes f2. You're forced to f1. You have to play f1. And then, do I have any continuation? I could go knight e3 check, but then you take on f2, but I take your queen. So what about bishop f2? Bishop f2, king f1 is forced, knight e3 check. You'd probably take the bishop, or you'd probably take the knight on e3 with your bishop. Then I recapture, and I have a bishop on f2. I have a queen on e3. And I don't see how I can finish you off. So I'm just going to take the pawn.
All right.
And go for a simple fork. And this is definitely better because it looks like your queen is somewhat trapped.
Yeah, I don't see a good way to get it out.
I'm not gonna voice anything.
What, are you scared? You're scared already?
No, man. I'm
Okay.
dreaming.
I told myself earlier today, like, if I can just not blunder, I'll be happy.
There
So
you
I've
go.
already blundered. So I'm
Well,
already a blunder man.
it's not over.
Right. Let's see. I think I just moved too fast earlier. So let's. If I move the queen up, let's calculate, and then what would you do after that? I don't think I can really save the queen. Maybe no. Let's see what happens.
Hey, you played the best move.
Okay.
Because
Fantastic.
bishop e3 doesn't work because you have a queen and a bishop looking at e3. So, and I only have e3 defended once by my queen. So bishop e3 doesn't trap your queen to the square. So now I have to just consider something else. Maybe what I could do here is short castle because rook e8 looks really good. But probably it's going to take me too long. So I think what I'm going to do is just grab the rook. I think that makes the most sense. But nice, yeah, playing queen d2 is good. Yeah, I think h3 was the blunder. So you just, I don't know, probably castling there was best. If you hadn't played h3, if you castled, then your rook was defending f2 with your king.
I was scared to castle this side because now it's falling apart.
Yeah. It happens.
So let's see.
Okay, tempoing my queen.
Yeah.
I was trying to consider here. Can I do a crazy queen sack? I was looking at queen takes h3, and if pawn takes, then maybe bishop f2, king f1, bishop h3. Just all look, but there's nothing there. Okay, well now I'm considering maybe just tempoing your knight back. Maybe I could go h3. No, I can't do that because my queen's in danger. Queen f5 looks
almost.
Yeah, almost. Queen f5 looks really interesting because coming into f2 with the queen, your king's forced to d1, and then I can go queen g1 check. And if you block, then I have knight f2 check, and your king could be going somewhere. That looks really interesting. I also just have bishop f2 check, and you go f1, then not sure. Maybe queen f5 there. I think I'm just gonna play queen f5 because that. No, am I? Maybe queen f6 because then my light squared bishop could get into the game. Queen f6 might be a wee bit better. And then you jump there, defending there. That's no good. Okay, I'm gonna go with the bishop check.
Okay. Let's see.
And pray.
So I think.
So here.
I have to move.
Here doesn't work.
I have to move to d1. If I move to f1, there's discovered attacks. So I don't like that idea.
Okay. I don't think there's discovered attacks yet. I mean, I would have to move my queen first, but yeah.
I just didn't want to put my king on the open file.
Yeah, it's probably safer. Okay, what about queen here? Bishop here, queen here, and we're coming in. Maybe. I gotta get out of this this nasty attack you've got. You're hitting my queen. Don't like it. What's the most optimal square? You don't want to trade pieces. This, I don't like this move. Maybe just coming here. This looks pretty good. And the reason for it is because your knight's in trouble. And I'm also eyeing G2 when the knight moves. Now the knight doesn't have to move because it's defended.
That's what I was thinking.
Okay.
I can defend it and attack the bishop.
Yeah.
It's defended 3 times. So I think it's safe.
Yeah, but I can kick it with a pawn.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to just go here. I think this looks good. Don't know. This is a bit wild.
It is. Even for me.
Yeah, I have no idea what's going on here.
And
I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna lose on time.
Oh yeah, we gotta hurry, huh? Okay, we'll go faster.
Taking your time in a game is good. You take a bit more time here so I can think.
Let's see. Queen is out of danger now, so I'd like to free all that up.
Yeah, your king's feeling a bit, or all your pieces are a bit cramped
Everything's
in here.
cramped,
Yeah,
very cramped.
but my king's not safe either. But any trades are good for me, so I'm not too upset if there's some trades.
I can't afford to be passive.
Hey.
So I have to make something happen because I'm not in a good spot.
Okay, and now you're hitting my bishop. I could, yeah, I think I probably should just take here. But trades are good for me now because I'm already up a rook. I think this is fine. And if you take with queen, then the queens can come off, and I'm feeling good because I'm up a piece.
Mm-hmm.
If you take with knight, maybe there's, I don't know. Take with knight, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure what.
I don't really want to take the queens off yet, so that's my only chance, I think.
Okay. Where do we go here? Okay, f7's guarded. My queen's holding it. So if you took f7, queen takes, knight takes, king takes knight, and I would win your knight for a pawn. My knight's still eyeing f2, which I really like. But I don't have my dark squared bishop anymore, which is very frustrating. Queen f6, I'm asking you if you want to trade queens still. Maybe you do, because it doubles my pawns. But maybe you don't. Probably most moves here are winning for me, but let's just prioritize a little bit of safety. And you can't take the pawn on c7 because, oh, you can. Yeah, because you wouldn't lose the knight because the knight's defended by c1. So maybe you want to grab that, but grabbing pawns is greedy because I can get my rook on the active e file.
Let's see.
But I'm feeling much safer now with a king castled. I think you're totally lost. I'm just kidding. Okay, all right. Still looking at h7, hoping for some tricks. I don't know. What about this move? Ooh, this move is really interesting because I'm setting up this here. Do I have another check? Okay, so here, something check here, check here. It's not amazing. So let's just get more activity. Oh, my clock just went. Okay.
Yeah.
h6. H6 might be the move. Or what do we go for? Yeah, let's go h6. I need to speed up. Time to speed up.
Let's see.
Probably rook e8 was good too.
Don't see much here, so
We're in go mode.
yeah.
Check. Checks are always good. Oh, I didn't see this, but this is nice. Ouch. That's a rough one. Oh.
I don't even know what to do now. Yeah. I think it's over, but I'll play it out anyway.
Yeah, you might win on time. You never know. I'm giving you free pieces here. Okay. He doesn't want them. He wants to get mated.
Too many checks.
Oh, good game, Nick. Hey, how do you feel about that game?
Well, I feel like I had a plan going in, and it crumbled when I missed the pseudo fried liver at the beginning there.
Yeah, taking on f2.
The first blunder. Like if I hadn't done that, maybe I could have got a little more defense build up.
Okay, so the engine says you played with a 70.3 and I played with an 84.3. So you had one blunder, one inaccuracy, and one mistake. Yeah. So the opening, I gave you that free pawn and you played it well. I wasn't supposed to come back to e6 because I think it blocked my bishop in. But after I went... Yeah, your position's winning after knight g4. Like I'm in a bad position. You're up 2.48, so you're doing very well here.
What does it suggest?
So you should have gone d4. D4 hit my bishop, which is not obvious because I'm defending d4 twice. I guess you are too, but I guess what d4 does is it means my bishop's not eyeing f2 anymore, and then you could kick h3 later. But yeah, but yeah, just the one blunder was h3, and
that's not terrible then.
Yeah, the rest of the game was pretty clean by both of us. I mean, we both played decent moves. You want to go for a game two?
Yeah, let's do it.
We could switch the colors.
Okay.
All right, let's do it. Sending you a challenge rematch. Good luck, brother.
Thank you. Good luck.
All right, we got the white pieces. We're going to play a Jabava.
So here's what I've been trying to figure out is I usually play Caro-Kann, but I have heard people say don't play Caro-Kann.
So you can't play the
King's Pawn.
Yeah, you have to play King's Pawn. Otherwise, it's a Slav. But you can. If you want to play Caro-Kann, I can play e4 here, and you could play c6 if you want, and then we'll be into a Caro-Kann.
Caro-Kann, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go.
That's what I would do, and I know
c3.
from. I think take here because I've seen you in this position before.
Yeah, you always take that pawn, but now we're into the von Hennig gambit, and this one is very difficult for the black pieces to play correctly. So, so there's a lot of ways to go wrong. So I won't tell you what the best move is, but you probably want to try to think about developing your pieces. You're up a pawn, but you might not want to hold on to it. You could be just okay giving it back. There's a few ways to play it.
I don't want to block my bishop in because I was thinking about e6, but to like block up that diagonal.
Yep, you don't want to block your light squared bishop in.
I don't want to block that, yeah.
Yeah, you can always generally wait on developing your bishop. But here, I think the top move is knight f6. Because it defends the pawn in the middle and you develop a piece.
Yeah, but then that felt greedy because the pawn bet.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good move. I always play this move, f3, and people generally take. You don't have to take back, but you're already up a pawn, so now you'd be up 2 pawns, and then I get a pawn back. Although you spend a move moving a pawn, and then I get a move moving a minor piece. I can move my knight to f3. So you could capture here. You're still winning if you want to do that, but you could also consider developing your bishop now. Maybe you want to play with your bishop on the inside and you do play e6. That could be another way to play it. But if you don't capture, then I'm capturing and I have a big white center. So, yeah, I don't know.
I'm thinking capture because I want to get this bishop out of the pawn chain.
Okay.
So,
well, just be thoughtful about your next move because there's some ways to go wrong here.
Okay.
So have a little think. Just have a little think.
So last time the pseudo fried liver came in, and that looks like what's happening here even. But I can see like I could push the e pawn. I could h6. Let's. I think h6 seems the most.
Hey, I think that's a very interesting move. h6. I'm going to short castle and go for more development.
So this is where I wanted the bishop the whole time, so that works.
Okay. Well, here you have stumbled into a blunder.
Have I really?
Well, maybe. I could play it 2 different ways. So I think I'll play it this way, which is not the best move. I have a brilliant move in the position, which is bishop takes f7, and you have to take with your king, and then I can fork your king and bishop on g4 by going knight e5. So that's the tactic. But I'm actually just going to go knight e5 here. And hang my queen. Oh no, I blundered my queen. Have a think about it, bro. Be careful, have a think.
I feel solid. I feel safe blocking this off now.
Okay. So you saw that you couldn't take the queen because bishop takes f7 was checkmate. So you have to be very careful here. Some people do take the queen. But now I have 2 pieces attacking your bishop, and it's only defended by your knight. So I can just simply recapture, and now I'm up a minor piece. So this one-handed gambit is very difficult to play against for black.
Yeah, for sure.
So now you can either trade off knights. You don't have to, though. You could also develop your other pieces. Maybe knight bd7 is decent. I don't know. I don't know what's best. You can get creative.
Okay.
I'm going to try to get creative too.
Okay. Let's do it. Let's get creative.
All right. C5. Wow. Okay. What about this move? Queen can't take. So here. Can we go here? I don't think there's anything. This move's a bit weird because we have this. But what about here, actually? Tick, here. Tick. Here has to tick. Here. It's all very interesting. And this defense here. You know what? I'm going to try this. And we'll see what happens. I'm already up pieces. And I'm just planning here on opening your king up. I want to open your king up completely. I'm already up 3 points of material. So maybe this is wrong, but maybe it's okay. I'm probably just giving you a fighting chance here, which might not
I'll
be
take it.
might not be smart by me. So we'll see what happens. So now I'm considering coming here and looking at this. Don't know yet. All right, and kings come to e7. I don't have the d5 check, which in my mind I had because I didn't see e6 before. And I knew that I could go d5 because my queen was holding d5, but this e6 pawn is very annoying. So what I'm going to do is a sneaky old... well, maybe actually. Maybe I'd go here because here wins this. Here. Yeah, let's try this. This looks really interesting. Rook takes f6.
Oh.
Is he going to take it?
I don't think so.
Oh, I missed the check.
Yeah. Is there something I'm missing? You sound devious.
I actually missed the check. I didn't see that. I was hoping you'd just capture the rook and lose your queen. All right. What about this move? Here. Probably not good. Let's go here. I think this is no. Let's pull the rook back. This is the safe way to play.
Yeah.
And now we have this set up. Yeah, this is the only move in the position. If I had moved here, he would have gone here. So I would have been in big trouble. I gotta watch for checks.
Yeah.
This
So
move
now I'm
doesn't work.
thinking my king's exposed.
Very
and
exposed.
I have a lot of pieces undeveloped. So the main thing here, I think, would be to watch out for checks.
They're coming.
Yeah. I don't have enough defense built up to really do a whole lot about them, but let's see.
This is looking quite interesting. Ooh.
I think I have to play defensively now.
Yeah, so
I don't see an attack. So.
That's a decent move. I was going to go queen f7 and your king would have been forced onto the d file, and then rook d2 wins your queen.
Oh, okay.
So that seems good, but now I can take on c5, and that's a check. I think I like taking on c5 because your king doesn't have too many squares. And he does try to stay on the e file, so I don't have rook d2. However, we do have queen c8 here, and the queen only has one move, which is e7. And then we take on b7, forking the rook and the king. I think that looks pretty good.
Okay.
I think I'm going to take here.
Since I have to do something.
That's probably a decent move. Now, do I take the rook or do I check on d5? Pawn takes rook e2. King can go to d6 or d8. Or if they go f6, we don't have a great check. But maybe rook c6. There might be some stuff. I'm not sure.
Getting creative over here.
Yeah, there might be some stuff, but I'll probably just take the rook. That's the simple way to play. I think we'll just take the rook for now.
Okay. Not sure how to get out of my predicament.
There's no way out. Oh man. Okay. So That's an interesting move. I want to activate my queen again. I like having my queen. Super powerful piece. Probably simplest to come back to e4. You're probably not going to want to trade, because how are you going to checkmate without a queen?
Right.
But if you do trade, I'm very happy. I'm up a whole rook. That's the nice thing about being up a piece. I don't have knight d5 anymore because, yes, pawn takes, or queen takes, queens come off, pawn takes, but then I'm not up a minor. I'm going to come back to e4. That looks like a good move. Centralized queen. And now there's h4 looks strong. b4 looks strong. But we'll see where his queen goes. And we're also pinning the pawn to the king. So knight d5 looks interesting, which he might miss. Oh, man.
I'm kind of lost. So any sane person would just resign, but that's not an option.
Hey, not an option. There it is. Okay.
I refuse to quit. If I won't learn if I quit. So
that's the winner's attitude there. That's good. Okay, finally I can actually bring out a piece with tempo. So I'm actually going to bring my bishop out to e3, and that tempos your queen. So I think it's good to get more pieces out. And then I'm going to get my other rook off of a1. Hopefully it can come over to f1. We're going to be looking at f7, which looks very nice. Okay, this is a very interesting move. We can actually go knight b5 here and tempo the queen again, which looks good. We could go knight a4, threatening bishop c5. That doesn't look great because there's a knight on d7. But you know what I'll do is I'll just tempo the queen by developing the rook. That's probably the way to play it. And now he might not be able to defend the d5 square. And once we get knight d5 in, I think the king is going to be in a bit of trouble. Okay.
I think it's okay to let the queen go at this point.
So rook takes, knight takes, and I actually take back with knight defending my rook. So this is okay for me. I just win a knight.
Now I need to figure out how to get rid of your knight.
Trying to remove the defender. Yeah, that's a good idea. I think I have bishop c5 here, setting up discoveries, which look pretty nice. And if king e8, then we have that, which looks good. Okay. So now we have rook c6. This is probably just a simple way to take everything off.
I'm going to make you checkmate me. You can't have a free win.
Yeah, that's right. You know what I should do here is this move or this move. And then if the rook takes, we take with knight, which would be good. But if back, and we got this maybe. Yeah, let's try something creative. Let's go here.
Okay.
Okay, so you didn't want to trade off the rook for the bishop, which makes sense. But now you lose this one. And wherever your king goes, has to move now.
Mhm.
I'm gonna win some material.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way to get out of that.
Now, is there a better move? Knight b5. King is forced to e8. No, that doesn't look great. Knight f7. You can go to c7. Don't know.
Come on, you could do it.
Yeah, no, there's probably something here. I mean, I can just take your rook. I know I can do that, but I can also do this move, which is interesting. And so if I go here, here is good. Here, if here, this is with check. Yeah, this is the way. So I win a piece without you winning a piece. So yeah, king is now blocking the rook's attack of the bishop, which means I can take the bishop for free, which is a little sad. I think we can move in for the kill soon. Let's just come here. Everything's defended.
Nice. I didn't see that.
Okay, what about this move? He takes here. This is not checkmate because the rook can take. We have this. So what about here? He's going to take there. Okay, so we'll just go here first, I think.
Looks like I only have one move.
And now we go here.
Um,
And now we go
running.
here. And that is a beautiful checkmate.
There you go. That was beautiful. Nice. Very nice.
Well played, man. Well played.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, the Von
That was
Hennig
fun.
is tricky, man. It's very tricky.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'll just jump into the review here real quick. Let's see how you did. So I played with an 81.9. You played with a 69.3, but I had 3 brilliant moves.
Really?
Whoa.
That's awesome.
So this game, yeah, the mistake was bishop g4 right off the bat.
Yeah.
So because it allowed the knight e5 tricks, the bishop should not come out to g5. It should come. I'm sorry, the bishop shouldn't come out to g4. It should come out to f5. And on f5, then it can pull back to g6 and defend the f7 pawn, which is always that weakness in that weird fried liver kind of thing you were saying. The f7 pawn is very weak. So getting your bishop to f5 and then g6 is much stronger in the Von Hennig, but it's still a very tricky opening. So knight e5, and then you're supposed to, in this position, play your bishop back to h5, which was another way of defending the checkmate threat.
Okay.
So if you had gone back to h5, then I think I have queen takes h5, which is probably another brilliant move. No, maybe not, because you have queen takes d4 check. But you can't take my queen because of checkmate again. But I got to remember this d4 move. You had queen d4, which took me by surprise. Anyway, you played some good moves.
Queen d4? Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, bishop takes e6 was brilliant. I don't know why it was so brilliant, but yeah, and then rook takes f6 was brilliant. Because you had the intermezzo, but I could play back to f2. But if I didn't play back to f2, I don't think there was any other good move for me. So queen takes d4. Yeah, bishop e3 is the second best move, which you're going to just take the bishop. But if I didn't have rook takes back to f2, then I would have lost the rook, which I nearly didn't see. And then the rest of this game was creative and fun.
To say the least.
Yeah. But you avoided checkmate. You definitely avoided. I have a mate in 7, mate in 21 here, so I definitely missed some stuff. That's what the engine says. And
And
then
you didn't find that? Come on.
I find the mate in 4. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I guess that's better.
Yeah. Thanks so much for playing. That was a lot of
That
fun.
was so much fun. Yeah, I really had a good time on that. So I have to ask so that I know your community have a lot of people around my rating. What would you suggest? It's to I think to us hearing what you would say to someone on our level instead of on your level might be a little more helpful.
Yeah. I mean, I know everybody says puzzles. Do you do a lot of puzzles?
Okay. No.
Okay. Puzzles are going to help you start to recognize a lot of tactical ideas in the game. Like in that first game, with the bishop and the knight, you're going to start to see that stuff way quicker if you're doing more puzzles. I think for a beginner or someone at your level, I mean, you're definitely, you know how to play, you know how all the pieces move. You're not like a beginner, but you definitely, maybe you're just not as observant to some more simple things. And that will just come by just doing puzzles, I think. So I would say puzzles first. And then another thing that I would say is don't get like bogged down on like playing so many different openings. Just pick like one opening for white and one opening for black and just understand what you're going for in each position or in each opening. Like, because I just play the Jabava and I know the few ideas that I can go for an attack. And then when I start playing the game and it goes off, somebody plays some weird move, then I'm like, well, why is that a weird move? Why have I not seen that before? Oh, this is why. And I actually have these threats now because they made a weird move and it wasn't right. But generally, if you just keep playing the same openings, then you're going to start to see the same responses and you're going to be much more familiar with what you're doing. I think it's hard to play just one opening for black because there's so many openings that you could be hit with. So I play 2 openings. I play the Dutch against everything except for E4. If it's E4, then I play the Caro-Kann against E4. So I have just 2 openings, but I play the Dutch against everything else. If you wanted to just stick with one opening, you could play the Philidor against everything, which is D6. It's on move 1 you play D6. And then you could put your knight on D7 and you put your other knight on F6, it's not a common opening, but it's very sound. And if you just want to get practice just playing one opening, I mean, I think the Philidor is fantastic. I actually want to pick it up more. I want to play it more. They can get very, very aggressive too if you want to play it more aggressive, very slow positional if you want to play it that way. But I'm being completely honest. When I play E4, I'm like, what am I doing? Like, I have no idea. Like, I'm playing the game.
I can tell you were out of theory really quick.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't have a clue what I'm doing. I don't even know what I'm going for. And I play like a 500 because I just don't know. And it's because I never played that.
I was expecting the Jabava. I even prepared a little bit for it, but...
I'm sorry, man.
No. It's fine. I actually enjoyed that more than just the regular Jabava because I know what you're going to do in the Jabava up to like move, I don't know, 6, 7, 8. Even,
yeah.
I've seen your videos so many times, so it was cool to get to see some other brainstorming.
Well, you said could you play the Caro-Kann and I had played D4, so I had played E4 immediately so that you could play the Caro if you had prepped that. I didn't know. But then we played that Von Hennig line, which is very difficult. Is really difficult.
For sure, yeah.
Generally, I would say do some puzzles and stick with one opening for white, one opening for black, if you can.
Okay.
Lads, if you do want to improve at chess, you can get a chess.com membership and do infinite puzzles on there, or you can get an opening course from Chessable, which is a lot of money. But I would say, why don't you just get Noctie.ai? Because this app is fantastic. You can review all of the mistakes from your own games, which is very helpful. You can practice openings specific to what you want to play. So if you want to go here and you click on play, click on new game, and I can literally search any opening that I want to play. So if I want to practice the Jabava, I can practice the Jabava. I even have a course on here, linked on my Jabava opening guide, where you can do the 10 lines of the Jabava against multiple things, and it lights up in green what you want to play. So like, honestly, this is the way I would be studying. If you don't want to do openings, you can do flashcards. opening mistakes, missed checkmates, endgame mistakes, all things, a lot of them from your own games that you can import from your own games. You can also go to themes and you can learn all the different types of checkmating patterns. You can learn endgame patterns, how to checkmate with 2 rooks and or a queen, or 2 bishops. So different ways to improve. If you do want to get Noctie.ai, use the coupon code Blunderman or BlundermanYear for a big discount. Well, hey man, thanks so much. I'm going to get busy editing this, and
Yes,
I really enjoyed that.
that was fun. Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah. All right. Take it easy.
All right, have a good one.
All the best.